What's on YouTube? It's PTT back at it with another Destiny 2 video. Today, guys, IGN just dropped their first reveal of an open world planet. They explored Nessus. I gotta say, it was pretty damn cool. If you haven't seen it yet, I will leave a link in the description box down below to the entire reveal. They went on for about 9 minutes, going through lost sectors, adventures, public events. Oh, there was a hell of a lot to go through. We're going to try and break it all down and talk about as much of it as we can in this video. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. First of all, we're going to talk about public events. That's what we first saw, and the clip in the background you will see will be of a Cabal excavation. Now, they stated that there was more new types of public events than they've ever had before. Like, if you count up all the different public events in Destiny 1, well, there's going to be even more of them in Destiny 2. That's pretty cool. I personally like exploring planets. I always liked the public events and things like that, so I'm happy to see what they're going to have. They spoke about how they came about the new types for public events, and they looked at things like what they did with the Court of Oryx and the Archon's Forge, and they loved the style of public interactions. But with Destiny 2, they didn't kind of want to make it all happen in one place like the Court of Oryx and the Archon's Forge did. You know, they wanted to spread it about across all the planets. They wanted to have like a more interactive public play, as it were, you know, spread out in different places, which I think is cool. You know, getting to explore all the different planets and do different things in various locations, it is good. It's going to make the game last a lot longer, so I'm really excited about that. They look really cool. From some of the things we've seen, we got to see the Cabal excavation, we got to see a couple of games like servitors and minotaurs and things like that. The public events look absolutely amazing. Now, we also know that public events are going to have heroic triggers to them. So every public event has like an optional heroic bonus feature. And if you trigger it, it means you're going to get kind of more enemies turn up. You're going to have harder named bosses turn up. And the extra objective to complete. When you do that, you're actually going to get special rewards that you won't get for just completing it on normal mode. So think like you complete your normal public event, you get your rewards for that. But if you do it on the heroic version, not only do you get extra loot for completing it on the heroic version, but the boss that turns up will also drop extra loot again. So loot, 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 loot. we all love loot. You know, seeing how they're changing up the public events definitely gets me excited. Next, then, they went on to talk about adventures, and, you know, adventures are kind of like side missions. They're similar in scope to some of the quests that we've experienced in Destiny 1. They're fully voiced, they're scripted, and they go on to kind of expand on the story of what's going on that particular destination. Some will also give us backstory to certain characters in Destiny 2, and even tell us why certain enemy types are going against each other. They're pretty quick. By the, you know, what the feel and what they said, they're not going to last for too long, and there's no load screens, which is really cool. You can kind of just drop straight into an activity, finish it, and then carry on in whatever destination you are in. So yeah, adventures are looking pretty good. Next, then, we will talk about lost sectors. Lost sectors are basically caves with bosses. They spoke about how, you know, in the design of Destiny 2, they thought, okay, what can we do with these lost sectors? They really like the ideas of these caves, dungeony type things where, you know, what if it's not just a cave? What if it goes further and deeper and you end up coming up against like mini strike bosses and things like that? And that is the idea of a lost sector. We get to see it, not a major clip of them. We do get to see them drop down and go into this lost sector. You get to see them kill a few ads, eventually killing the boss, and the chests open. Unfortunately, we don't see what kind of loot comes out of the chest because they zoom in on it. But again, it's pretty cool to know that these lost sectors are going to be everywhere. They went on to say that you will be able to see most of the initial lost sector symbols from kind of like the main roads and the main paths on these planets. But when you find them, you have to go off and then explore to find the entrances. Some will be easy, some will be hard, and some of them will take some kind of fresh new gameplay mechanics just to get into them. So again, very cool. I look forward to going and finding out what these lost sectors have and how they work. We got to hear next then a little bit about Failsafe. She's the leftover artificial intelligence from a crashed human ship. We learn that there's different activities, one that they're actually calling a world quest, and they're kind of much larger than activities. They have kind of more backstory to them and things like that, and they open up after you complete the main campaign, which again, to me, really cool. You know, you're going to get to all of these planets as you go through the campaign, do the missions, do a few little side bits and pieces, but when you actually complete the main campaign, then a whole world of things are going to open up. You know, lost sectors, adventures, world quests. There is going to be so much to go and do after you finish the main story. that it's going to keep us entertained for a very, very, very long time, and I like that. Next, they asked the question that landing points, okay, we all know that there's multiple landing points on a destination. Will they be locked or will they be unlocked when you first get there? And the basic answer is no, they won't all be unlocked when you first get to a planet. They want us to play through the planet, they want us to kind of explore and learn, and as you complete, you know, certain lost sectors, adventures, quests and things like that, then eventually we'll get taken to these areas and unlock the landing zones, which, again, pretty cool. It means that we're not just going to be able to jump straight in and go wherever we want. We are genuinely going to have to go and explore and find these locations in the first place. Something I am super happy about. They wrapped up the reveal by talking about Flashpoints. We got to see a Flashpoint in action. Basically, Flashpoints are weekly events. They will be a select planet that is the weekly Flashpoint, and basically it's going to be public events. So each week there's going to be an objective to clear out a number of different public events on the selected planet, and in doing so you will get to grab yourself some pretty sweet loot. Again, Flashpoints, you know, the public events will have heroic modifiers on, so you're going to get loot from completing the Flashpoints, loot from completing the public events, loot from completing the heroic modifiers on them, and then to top it all off, Cade will actually be selling treasure maps relating to the weekly Flashpoint and the planet of choosing. These will have like secret bosses on and things like that. So again, really, really cool. You know, I think the idea of Flashpoints is sounding very appealing. It's going to get us to a different planet every single week to do something different every week that we didn't do the week before. The idea of treasure maps, you know, and Cade selling them, and those treasure maps leading us to secret bosses that are only, you know, going to spawn and be available during the weekly Flashpoint, you know, that's pretty cool. I'm very excited to see how that goes. Again though, guys, you know, more information will come as time goes on. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I will try to do my best to cover all of it as quickly as I can when it comes out. Drop a thumbs up on the video if you like this and found it helpful and are genuinely as excited for Destiny 2 as I am. Go and check out the full IGN reveal. Again, it will be linked in the description box down below. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all soon.